And I will also, I will. We have to share the mic, okay? I don't have an audio interface.
Sorry.
Everyone says get her a dedicated mic. I gotta wait till IKEA opens to get a new desk to fit all this stuff.
One day.
Whenever it opens again after the, you get what I'm saying. Yeah.
You'd think it'd be reopened because everything else is reopened in Utah pretty much, but it's not.
What is this?
Oh, good. Look, it worked.
Yeah, we're here. No, let us know if you get the notification.
Yeah.
What's up, Armando? How's it going, dude? Sim says, I love you, Josh. Dude, I love you too, man. Nick, what's up? I'm good. We just got back from the gym. Working out.
Luckily, ours is open, but our IKEA is not.
You gotta talk a little louder.
I gotta lean high.
No, you just talk louder. What's up? What's up, Yash? How's it going? Oh, I think I uploaded the video that they wanted me to take down on BitChute, so finally she is here. Yeah, I uploaded it on a different website.
I'm always here. I'm just in the basement.
Yeah, that's where she stays locked up. That's the dynamic. How's my dad? He texted me and said, "Did you just forget about me?" I don't know. Typical my dad.
His hair looks great. What are you talking about?
Someone said something about my hair.
All that matters is what I think of his hair. It looks good.
All that matters is what I think of my hair, and the fact that I still have it is enough for me.
Yeah. Right.
Dude, fix your hair. Why you hate? I like looking like an anime character.
Yeah. Like Darren.
Who? Who's that? What's up? What's the deal with airline food? I don't know. I don't have any problems with airline food. Yo, Cringe was good. Hold on. I put it on BitChute. I can link it to you guys if y'all want to watch the OG version. Profile. There we go. Here's your video, boys. There you go. How's it going? Have a good one, bro. Hey, you too, man. Thanks for being here.
Yep.
All right, so we got the first actual question. Tips on...
Yay.
What was it? Where'd it go? Tips on how to convince the hiring managers that you're worth the company. What do you say?
I mean, you just gotta sell yourself. What does that mean? Like, you present your soft skills in person. Don't put those on a resume. You just go in and be yourself. Talk to them.
What the heck? It says 404, but I'm looking at it on the screen. How do I share it?
Good news! The gym is opened. Also, it snowed last night. I don't know if that's good news or not.
Really? Is it page not found? Is it like private? Alright, whatever. I love the international corporate cringe.
It was good!
It was, right?
Yeah. Guy had his panties in a wad. It was hilarious.
Don't say that. You're going to get sued for defamation.
It was like he had his panties in a wad.
Dude, imagine living in a country where it's illegal to hurt someone's feelings. Like, what a joke. Imagine being an adult.
Block me
That's.
up.
I feel bad. I feel bad. If that's like an actual thing that you like have to worry about, like someone's feelings, or you can get sued for defamation, like anybody's feelings can get hurt by anything.
What's an HR lady? I don't know. I do HR. Now I'm a consultant for HR. I don't have to do any of the sad stuff. I don't cry myself to sleep because I had to fire people for a week. That's nice.
You think HR likes firing people, but they don't. That's the thing.
I mean, some of them are grumpy and mean old ladies, I guess, but I don't. That was awful. My least favorite days.
Upload the international corporate cringe again? We'll see. We'll see. When are you going to marry HR lady?
We're not getting married.
She said no.
That's my boyfriend, and that's how it'll stay.
The CEO's a big baby.
Duh.
Look, you can have opinions.
We got plenty of those. We've got opinions in spades.
I think. No, dude, I'm looking at it. Everyone says that like, it's giving a 404, but look, I'll show you. I'm looking at it. It is literally, it is literally uploaded right now.
No.
Look. See? Like, I don't know why it's giving a 404. Oh, someone says, you're pretty sensitive, Josh. You have bum hair, dummy.
This hair looks good. You can hate all you want, but I like it. What else matters? Does Josh snore at night? No, he doesn't. But he does fall asleep watching Twitch a lot.
That's my thing. Yeah, it gives a 404.
And my thing is listening to Matthew McConaughey on Calm.
Still 404? Check privacy settings. All right. What are your thoughts on C++? I don't think about C++. It's not on my list of things. Clear cache. No, we all got 404. Like, all right. Settings. Show video. Oh, it's hidden. Show this video. All right. Oh no. All right, here you go. Now it's working. Try it again.
What'd you do? Did you boomer it?
No, it was hidden. I don't know why it was hidden.
Oh.
No, it should work now. Show video, delete. Yeah, there we go. You're good to go. Save.
Hey, C, are you asking what movies where HR departments are depicted truthfully or horribly? Up in the Air is a really good one. I'm a consultant now, and that hits me real hard right here. So that's a really good one. I'd watch that. That's about firing people, too, and, like, the truth about it and how it's, like, hurts.
What are you...
Oh, hey, Siri.
Now she's just going to keep talking.
Nuh-uh, she's turned off.
Okay. Please re-upload the video. Look, bro, if you want to watch the OG video, there's your link. Someone uploaded it. Hey, Josh, welcome back. HR, dude, what's up? Is there a reason why you hide your ears? What? Are you talking about your ears?
Mine?
I don't know. That's a weird question, bro.
Mm.
Hey, Josh,
My
the minimum salary in my country is $200 a month. What should I expect for a junior dev? The minimum salary? Probably $200 a month. They're going to give you the minimum. Tips for an undergraduate? Yeah, you need projects and a portfolio because no one's going to do those things until they graduate and realize, oh, a company wants to see projects. Greetings from London. Random thanks for being here.
Mike, Office Space tells HR as it is.
That's a good question. Oh, discarded potato chip. I left your comment in the last video. Is Toby from The Office a realistic depiction?
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Why are you the way that you are?
Why am I the way that... Just live life happily.
Let's see. What kind of position should a recent CS grad apply to? Anything that says software in it. 8 years experience, 10 years experience, 30 years experience required. Apply to all of them.
Apply to everything that looks cool. You never know what they're looking for. You never know what they're going to say. Okay, why not?
Where do I want to go in the world?
I do. All the places.
I think it'd be cool to like...
You're welcome, see?
Maybe like the bottom of like South America would be cool. Josh, when you get a haircut, they're not really open here.
No.
So...
I could try. That'd be fun. Why don't we do that on stream?
No.
It ends up bald.
Yeah.
Back where you started.
How do you feel answering the same question over and over? It's fine because like a lot of people are new to the stream, so I don't think it's fair to be like, excuse me, I already have an FAQ. Please go look at the FAQ. It's whatever. It's the 100th time to me, but the first time for them, and I think I can do that. How are counteroffers handled internally? That's a good question.
That's honestly what it's like to be HR. It's what we do all day, every day, is answer the same question over and over and over.
Well, answer that one.
What one?
How are counteroffers handled internally?
like if you want to counter before you quit, you can try that for sure. If they like you enough, they're going to go for it and try to bring it to HR or their next level manager to push for more money if they want to keep you. But I mean, honestly, they're not usually going to come up and match what you're being offered somewhere else. You're going to have to go get another job. If you want to raise, get another job. That's what I tell everybody. It's what I tell my family, my friends, myself. Always be open. They might try, but if they don't try for you and say, no, we're not going to match it, then there's your clue.
Have you heard from your ex-wife? Nah, bro.
But hey.
Nah, I've never heard from her. Like, why would I? Like, even if she tried to reach out, I would just hit that block button. When are you gonna start dating? We already date.
Yeah, it's my boyfriend. What are you talking about? They knew. That's fine.
Saying it looked like Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, bro. The office does look. Actually, they repainted it. Oh, bro. There's a whole bunch of videos on their channel because they obviously got mad, right? And so they disabled comments on most of their videos.
They were so mad.
And they disabled the dislike and like ratio. And but there's a couple on there where it goes go look at Flooper's YouTube channel where it says what Flooper employees think of the CEO, and it's so creepy, dude. It's so creepy. They're like he is smart and handsome, and it's like what? Why would push-ups? Fuck.
Hey, other Joshua, that video you're talking about. That's a lot of this information that I gave Josh too for it. So that's pretty much my same perspective. If they try to ask you about your family life, your weekend life, or anything like that,
all right,
I wouldn't answer it.
You answer questions, I'll do the push-ups.
All right, this is good. Can I watch too? You already did those this morning.
Yeah, I already went to the gym, but whatever. We'll do 15 more push-ups.
But yeah, don't answer any questions that's going to tell them about what you do in your personal life or your personal time. It's like, always be positive when you answer things. But yeah, you good.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Just
5,
tell them you like
6,
to practice code or something. Don't tell them, yeah, I take my kids to school and pick them up, and because then they're going to think that you're doing that all the time and don't really have time for work, which sucks, but
there you go.
You got to play the game.
Here's your 15 push-ups.
This is good. We'll make sure he keeps doing all of them too. This is good.
All right.
Oh, a marketing engineer, engineering marketing manager, that would be interesting, but it all depends on the company. Like, these aren't things that are just jobs that you can apply to. Every company comes up with their own job title. Like, my current job tells me that, hey, if you can pick whatever your title you want. So technically, I could be like Queen of the World on my business card. I'm just not an idiot, so I don't. But I would. If I could get away with it. So really, it's whatever they're calling it. It might be something like that, but it might not be. Every job's going to be different. They might call it an engineer. They might call it a specialist. You don't know.
What would make you consider working for a company? Probably nothing. Like, I don't want to work for someone. I want to work with someone.
Yeah.
Like, if I was going to work, like, I would rather just work for free than take the money, because as soon as you take the money, like, the dynamic changes, right? And now they can kind of tell you what to do, and they have that leverage. So I don't know. I'd rather just do it for free.
Except for my job, it doesn't really tell me to do anything.
Do 100 more.
I would never go back
to
that's
not how that works.
I look funny, cool.
I'll do 10 more.
Oh no, their name's Karen.
Oh, someone asked how many
Josh is 6 too.
How many how many people from India watch my channel? I don't really know. I'm not sure. Can we see the doggo in the back?
Do 100 more. I agree.
Nah.
100.
Nah. Bro, quit being a creep. Yo, creep.
Oh no, what?
Dude, just being a creep.
Oh.
Thanks for the 10, by the way. I forgot to say thank you for those. Thank you. Vision. I'll do 10 more.
What are companies doing right? I'm a fan of wellness programs, not the kind that force you to do yoga in front of everybody, but the ones who are like, hey, we're going to pay for you to have a gym membership, or we'll pay for you to get an Apple Watch or something like that. I think those programs are cool. No, I don't like bangs. My face is not designed for bangs. I don't think that would be ideal. It's not a good look. I don't know. I'd probably have a big enough forehead for it, but
1, 2, 3, 4.
Is this not your favorite view? This is why we work out together. Can we review a job posting? Maybe later. That sounds fun.
It depends on how long we're live.
We have no more. It's true.
Josh, I hope you reach your dream of becoming a middle manager.
If I get bangs, he'd be out. But if he grew his hair long, that's my job, is to have long hair. I'd be out. So, but everybody will be like, girl power, have standards. Josh says no bangs, and people are like, why, bro?
Oh, there's one.
What?
That one.
Why do companies ask equal opportunity questions such as sexual orientation, gender identity? What information? What does this have to do with the job? It doesn't.
It's
Usually, yeah, you don't have to answer any of those questions. Those are optional for sure. If there's a red asterisk or something like that on your application, that's going to stay within HR anyways. It has nothing to do with anything other than your benefits. Benefits are the only things that are decided by that. Also, if you want to confirm or deny one way or another, we report on candidates that we're hiring. It's same reason why we have to report to the government for different nationalities that we hire, how many age group we have hired at the moment, gender, things like that. The government makes us report on those things. And a lot of it has to do with your benefits. So otherwise, you don't have to say. It's just like if you're in the military, it asks you, are you a veteran? You don't have to say if you're a veteran. If you have a disability, we ask you, but you don't have to say it. You can deny anything all you want. It might come in handy for you later to tell us you have a disability so we can, like, apply for something for you. Like, do you need a footrest for, like, ergonomic reasons because you're 4 foot tall? Then, yeah, we'll order you something. But otherwise, you don't have to say anything about it.
That's a good question. Hold on. Let me... You read that. I'm going to look at some chat.
I missed some jobs.
Not out loud.
Listen, you got to be specific.
Just sent you a text. All right, there's a whole bunch of texts. Looking at them. Does height matter when you apply for a job? No.
Can I answer that now? Are you happy?
Hold on, there's a couple of questions for me. Someone said, I didn't know Josh had a body. I don't actually have legs.
You got a full body.
Oh, someone said, would you ever do a live debate with a pro-corporate person? Yeah, I mean, they get crushed, but yeah, sure. That'd be, I mean, you just go ahead, press F to pay respects for that person right now. It'd be no contest.
Hey, Sergey, all you have to do is ask a question. You don't have to donate.
Yeah, you don't gotta donate. Have you ever had a new hire quit because they got a better job offer? Oh, for sure. I did that.
Yeah.
I did that same day I started my first job.
No, and that's advice I give, like, my friends. One of my girlfriends asked me about that recently. She's like, do I take this job or do I keep looking? I'm like, no, take the job, keep looking, and if you get offered more money, which I'm sure you will, say never mind to the other one. But that way you have a backup and you have something just in case it doesn't line up. But yeah, that happens all the time. No harm, no foul. Be nice about it, though, if maybe you ever need to go back to them in the future. But otherwise, yeah, whatever.
All right.
That's a good question. Okay.
Go for that one.
Okay, remember that, though.
But read it out loud so they know which one you're doing.
Which one?
That one.
Okay. I missed some jobs because I'm in the National Guard when they ask me about how often I work for them. How do I word it so they don't skip past me for someone that can always be there? You can't be discriminated against because of that, and we are legally required to give you that time off. So that's not going to be an issue for you. It may be something else that they're going to skip past you for, but honestly, you don't have to mention it until after you're hired. So you can say it if you want to, but you don't have to mention it until later.
Martin, thanks for the 5. You didn't have to do that, man. Appreciate that.
Wait, that was a good question. It was something like, what point does HR learn your age? Yeah, if they legally can't ask you. Yeah, we can ask. You don't have to tell us, though. We learn your age when it's based on your background check or which you consent to, or your benefits enrollment. Otherwise, but that stays within HR. We're not allowed to tell your manager. We're not allowed to tell anybody your age. If they want to do things sometimes we'll get emails from managers that are like, we want to wish them a happy birthday. When's their birthday? So we can order a cake or whatever. We can tell them the day of your birth. We can't tell them anything else. And honestly, we can't even tell them the day of your birth unless you consent to us telling them that. So you can keep that to yourself all you want.
Thanks for the support. Fiverr for freelance. No. You have to pay money. Okay, well, Fiverr. So the thing with Fiverr is that it costs money and they can take your tips. And now, whatever. I get the platform. They take a percentage of your money when you complete a job, but I'm not okay with people taking your tips. Tips are yours. You're already getting your money. Don't take my tips. It's I don't know. That's my main issue with Fiverr is that they can take your tips. Mm-hmm. And they do. They take a percentage of your tips. And if you want to go get tipped outside the platform, they will sue you. Or they can sue you, I guess. So I don't know. And the problem is you have to drive traffic to you. So it's like Twitch. You're going to be on page 45 of whatever you're freelancing in. Why should people pick you? People are going to go to the people with the most reviews and 5 stars that are already at the top. So again, you're going to have to... It's marketing. What comes up in a background check? That's a good question.
Oh, background check. So you can just... you can ask for different things. We can totally be like... Yeah, we want to know education or criminal records. A lot of people will only ask for criminal records, but we can do that. We can find out you have to consent to all of this, by the way. So things that you consent to on a general background check are going to be your education, your criminal record, and places that you've worked before. It'll also show everywhere that you've lived, which is normal. It just confirms basically that you did live in those places. That's why you have to say your last 7 years of addresses and things like that. If they want to know your past salary, you have to sign a separate form consenting for them to also ask your salary. Otherwise, we can't say anything about it. So, no, we can get your GPA. It doesn't usually matter at all. So we don't usually, but really they're just looking for, are you a criminal? And then that stuff isn't even going to necessarily hinder you. If you're not doing a job where you have to drive for work, if you're not doing deliveries or you're not driving a truck or something like that, if you had a DUI, we make a judgment call and we're probably not going to dox you for that because it doesn't have anything to do with your job. If it's a drug-related charge or something like that, then yeah, because it might hinder you in the workplace or cause problems down the road. But never be scared for the background checks. Just have an explanation. They're not just going to deny you based on it. They'll give you an opportunity to explain in most cases. They can, but usually they'll ask you to explain. And if it's nothing or if it's not recent, then it's fine. Usually they only go back about 7 years too. So.
Thanks for the 5. That's a good question from Will.
Hey,
so
Will.
Okay, so just real quick. I'm typing answers to your text questions, and I'm trying to type answers to the questions in chat. Go ahead.
Oh, Will. What do you do if your ex-boss tries to sabotage you by giving a malicious or bad job reference? Hey, here's the fun fact. Your new company is not allowed to ask them anything other than your job title and your dates of hire. So never give your manager's phone number, even when they kind of ask for it. Give HR's number because HR knows the law and we're not allowed to answer any questions like that. Your old boss doesn't know and they might. So yeah, it opens up the company for risk, but like I said, they don't know. So they might do that. Yeah, I've never given an old manager, even the ones who like me. I just don't do it. There's no point. So, all
right,
that's not anything they have to answer.
I got a couple questions. Yeah. Someone said, "How can I handle talking about being fired?" Never tell them that you were fired.
No.
Never ever say
Never.
that. If you got fired, always say that you were laid off.
They can't find out. There's no, you were not, that's why I say it too. Don't give your manager's phone number, give your HR department's phone number for references or whatever they're asking for, because we're not allowed to tell them if you got fired, what reason you were let go for, anything like that. Just tell them it didn't work out. You look for new opportunities. You wanted to go back to school. You took a new direction. You're trying to learn something else. You saved up money to take time off to try and learn more and find a new job, something like that. You can make it up, but never tell them you were let go. There's no way to confirm it. So why would you do that?
Someone said, can I discuss my entrepreneurship experience in my interview? Do not do that. They're going to think that you are not going to prioritize your job. Like, they're going to think that you're just going to focus on your side hustles and being an entrepreneur, because if you're an entrepreneur type person, then you're always going to want to do your own thing. And they know that. Your CEO knows that. Bosses are looking for people that don't want another option. Bosses are looking for people that want to go all in on their job. Bosses are not looking for people that want to have side hustles or even have side hustles. That's why you don't talk about your side hustles. Bosses are looking for, I don't want to say slaves, but like, basically they're just looking for good boys.
They're looking for dedication. That's what they're looking
dedication.
for.
We're just looking for someone that's fully dedicated.
Play the game. I mean, it sucks. Yeah, you might feel like a brown noser from like all of your tortured days in high school, but play the game. If you want a job, you want to make the money, like, play it. Don't try to be self-righteous just because you feel like work is not the place for that. And that sucks. I know it. But listen, if you want to work in the corporate world, that's the way it goes. If you don't want to play the game, make your own job like Josh did. I know. I hate it too. They apply to most states. The only state I would say has different is California. California operates like its own freaking country. In fact, I'll tell you, if you get certified in human resources, if you're a PHR or something like that, that applies to all states in the country except California, who has its own test because there's so much stuff going on there. Every year I take courses to understand Cali, but yeah, if you want more specific things to that, like, that's general knowledge, but no, there may be more to it, so look those up for sure.
There's one from Delve. Should I take self-startup off my resume? Yes, because
yeah.
if you have a startup on your resume,
don't do that.
Then they're going to wonder why it failed and why you're not still there. It's like,
put the name of the company.
Put that you worked there.
Yeah.
If you have a company, put that you're a worker of the company, because they're going to say, okay, well, your company failed, so you're probably a crappy worker. You're probably a crappy boss. You probably don't know what you're doing with your business. Why would we want to hire you? Second, they think that you're still going to focus on that when you're at the job and you're desperate for money and to leverage your skills somewhere else. So take that off. Don't do that. Like,
can my starting or ending salary be verified through HR? Only the ending salary when you left the company. Only the ending salary. And that's only if you sign a separate form consenting to give your salary. And that goes to your job title too. We can only confirm your last job title. So what do I do personally? I know some people like to show progression through their jobs. I don't. If I was a manager by the time I left my job, I put manager on my resume and for the entire time I was there for those job dates, because that's all that can be verified anyways. If I was an intern and then I moved into like a regular position, I'm not going to put that I was an intern. I'm going to say I was hired full-time at that last position when I was there. It's all that's verifiable.
She gets it. What's the best way?
I know the HR secret.
Best way to present yourself to a remote job offer. Video resume, bro. Video resume is how you do it, because it's awkward and nobody wants to do it, but remote jobs are all based on trust. They need to know that you're going to be doing the work without them being like looking over the shoulder, you know, like. Which
is another good point. Put remote on your resume. Say that you worked remote. That's not verifiable either. I did work remote, so I have, but I would say that you at least worked remotely part-time somewhere in your so they can see that, yeah, you are responsible. You have worked remotely in the past. You've already know how to play that game. So put that somewhere. If you want a remote job, say you've already done it at some point, even a little bit. You don't have to say it was 100% remote, but I mean, have you worked remote right now, even for a day? Did you work from home for a day? There you go. Put it on your resume. Don't say you worked for a day. Just say partially remote. Something like that. It's all about selling yourself, you guys. I know everybody wants to be like 1000% honest, but the truth is nobody else is.
Yo, Dustin,
So
someone
like,
said,
sell yourself
check this
as best
trash.
you can.
Link the trash. Link the trash. I'll approve it. There's a good one here that said, what's the best resume you've ever seen? They were simple. They were simple resumes that had everything I needed. Someone says, Shay guitar. Can she open a YouTube channel called HR Lady? I don't know
just
if she'd
hang out
wanna do
on
that.
Josh's YouTube.
Yeah.
I have a consulting job, you guys.
Can I write? We're all working remote during. Yeah, I mean, of course, if you work remote like at all, then put experience with remote work.
Yeah. Just say remote and the city that you worked in where your office is. And then you can kind of explain to it that, yeah, you worked remote part-time or part of the time that you worked there. You don't have to go into so much detail. It's not verifiable. It's just, can you sell yourself on it? Like, don't full out lie and then, like, yeah, I use Skype all the time to work with my team, and then suddenly you're working remote for this new company and you have no idea how to work Skype to manage your team. Like, you still have to know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
Listen, I didn't do it that time.
Yeah, that was me. I need like little. I need camera gear sponsorships.
What's an SWE job?
Software engineer.
Oh, you guys and your acronyms, I swear.
She know anything about web dev? I think she tried to learn Python for like a week.
God, I was so bored. Sorry.
But you made an AFK bot, right? You made
I did it.
She made an anti-AFK bot so that when she was working remote, nobody would know and she'd always be active. She plays a fucking game.
That's what I'm saying. I hate the game, but I play it.
And see, the thing is, you're on the other side of the game, so they can't fire you.
But they can.
Well, yeah, but
HR
it's like...
can. But yeah, no. And honestly, that's part of why I got into HR. I wanted to be on the other side of the fence.
Random drug tests lawful? Of course they are. It's their company. They can do what they want. It doesn't matter about the law.
Yeah.
Why do girls gotta sit cross-legged? That's a good question. It's mainly because there's no room under the table.
But
my desktop's right there. Oh my god.
I mean, I don't have to. I can a little bit, I guess. It's just.
Alright, well, I'm gonna fix this.
Sit.
Alright. There you go.
My feet dangle off the chair. I feel like I look taller on this, but I'm only 5'7".
It's the lens. It's the wide angle lens.
It's because I'm sitting like back here, but compared to you, I'm like.
Oh, Will's got good questions. Thanks for the 10. I'll answer, then you can answer. Okay?
Uh-huh.
All right. So, Will, in my opinion, you could price yourself out instantly. That's why you ask for their budget for the job first. Always, it's going to be awkward, and they're not going to want to tell you, but you have to push for it. You have to say, well, I mean, I'm just wondering if we're on the same page. So what's your budget for the position? And if they don't want to tell you, it means that they're trying to lowball you, right? And, of course, they always want to pay you the least amount of money possible so they can make the most amount of money possible on you. So, so always say, when they say, what are you looking for salary, sir? And you're going to say, well, just to make sure we're on the same page here, could you tell me again what the budget for the position was? I didn't see it on the job application. And then they'll either say one of two things. Well, why don't you just go ahead and tell us your money that you're looking for? And then you'll be like, well, I'm not trying to waste your time and, or my time. So what's the budget? You have to put your foot down basically there. Wait, why are you not in a relationship? We are.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
What?
Okay. All right, your turn.
They're new.
How much Finnish do you speak? I can say whatever I want for the most part. But it's not great, right? Like, it's not fluent, but I can say whatever I want.
He knows when people are faking it.
Yeah.
Can you price yourself out of a job? You know what? I mean, you can do what Josh says and ask what it is. Would not know the answer to that. That's not a question that we usually get. If you want to know the answer to that, you're probably better off asking your hiring manager. But you can price yourself out of a job. It's always best to say you're flexible, research the salary range for that job. Also, here's a dangerous thing by pricing yourself out. Yeah, you can say this is what I've made in the past.
But lie.
Yeah,
you better lie.
Yeah. But don't lie so hard that you price yourself out, because there's usually a scale, right? There's a scale of how much we can pay you for that job for not getting a promotion, right? So if you get a promotion, your scale changes. But right now, here's your scale, and here's the end, and here's the beginning. And if you're somewhere in the middle, that's cool. But when it comes to raise time, you're going to be really freaking pissed if you don't get that raise normally. I don't usually, because I'd rather be at the top. But decide what matters to you. Do you want to come in at the top, or do you want to come in the middle and get raises?
All right.
Some people really value a raise. I don't know why, but they do. So,
okay, so
if you want a raise, get a new job.
Yeah.
You can price yourself out.
Part 2 of that is like you need to go in and you need to have like at least 2 fallback numbers. Like it's like Pawn Stars where they go in and
you would take.
Yeah. So like if they're offering $100K, but you only want $80K, say that you want $100K, right? Or like if they don't give the number, you got to have like fallbacks, right? So like start at like 105 and say, oh, we're only offering 100. Okay, well, what about 102? You know, oh, we're only offering 100. Okay, well, what about 101? You know, like you get what I'm saying, right? You got to have like start a little bit above, but not too much where it's like no, you know, but just like fall back.
Have a minimum of what you would take, and I've done that before. Say this is what I make now. I would, and if they balk at it and sound like they're not going to give you the job, you can say then this is what the lowest I would be able to take based on like how I live my life or whatever, make up a reason. But say this is what I would be comfortable, the lowest I'd be comfortable going because I really want to work here. See? And you don't have to, but play the game. Decide what matters to you and go for that.
Someone linked a $20K to $30K a year job.
Wow.
You will be responsible for code and UX.
You'll be responsible
20K,
for code. Okay.
20K is like $9 an hour, dude.
You make more than that at Walmart, maybe.
Yeah, this is. Hey, thanks for the. I think after this live stream, you want to record trash jobs after this?
Yeah.
All right. So if you got trash jobs, Mike's here. If you got trash jobs, go ahead and link the trash, or no, better yet, text me the trash job or email it to me because links get like auto removed in the chat. All right. Okay, all right.
That sounds good.
Do you think the Canon M50 is a good starter camera? Which editing software? Use DaVinci. Like, it seems advanced because there's a bunch of tabs, but just you only need to use one to edit it. That's all, or 2. So edit and delivery tab. It's not very advanced. Like most of the editing software is all the same. And DaVinci's free, so like use it. That's what I do. I mean, I have Premiere Pro, but. The Canon M50, I think Canon M50 is okay. I'd get a Rebel, honestly, because you can at least change the lens on that. I think Canon Rebel would be better. It shoots 1080. I don't think it shoots 4K. It's not a big deal. No one really cares. No one really notices. What camera I use? This is a Canon EOS R right now with an adapter on it so that I can put my EF lens on it.
I can't see around this.
What if I got a great job and not a trash job? Send it. Yeah, go ahead, send it.
We need Yeah, please send it. I want to see what a great job looks like to you. Maybe I can tell you.
I sent it on Instagram a few days. Send it to email so I can collect it on my Notion. What's the best way to resign from a job without burning bridges? All right, yeah, that's like you because I don't care about burning bridges.
What?
Best way to resign without burning a bridge.
Everybody thinks that there's some like special way to resign. You need an email that says, "Hi, this is my 2 weeks notice," or "This is however much notice you want to give. My last date will be this. Thank you for working here." The way to burn your bridge is to send out a company-wide email that says all the reasons you hated working here, or even just giving suggestions on things to improve. Don't do that. Why would you do that? Don't do the F you, you're cool, F you, I'm out. Don't do that. Just peacefully leave. Document things you do every day. That'll make your manager happy. That's all you have to do. Otherwise, I mean, You know how not to burn bridges.
I don't. That's not my specialty.
That's why you have your own job.
That's why I don't do that.
Play the game. Why not? Why not?
Vision hits you with another 10. Thanks. You don't have to do that. What's the most amount of money you can earn? It's whatever you can convince them to pay you. Honestly, like they could say we only have $100 or $100,000 for this position, but you could convince them to pay you $150. It all comes about like down to selling yourself and like just psychology of how debates work, because like the debate room where you get your initial salary is where you set the standard, because now like the next few years you're just going to be getting those little pay bumps. You'll never be able to negotiate on the same level as you did when you first initially got a salary. If you own the company, it's however much money your company is selling. If you're working commission, it's however much you're selling. The most amount of money you can make as a software engineer is unlimited and no money. It's like you're looking for a salary answer like, well, they all get capped at $250K, and it's not true. Like, it's however much you can convince them to pay you.
Hey, photo booth, firefighting is a great job. If you don't like to sit at a desk all day and you like to do that stuff, you like to help people. My dad and my brother are firefighters, and my dad's done it for 20 years, and he loves it more than probably his fire truck itself. So I totally agree whether you were trolling or not.
What's a good resume consist for engineer? Skills at the top. Projects underneath, experience underneath. But if you already had a job and you're looking for a new job, skills at the top, experience, projects. So if you're new, projects up top. If you're old, not like age, but you get it.
Thoughts on moving from
mechanical
engineer to software?
Hold on,
do what makes you happy. You're gonna hate any job and suck at any job you don't like. So find a job that you like to do.
All right, so if you're looking for that, the video for the international edition, there it is. It's uploaded on BitChute. Somebody uploaded it on BitChute, and you can go watch it if you want to see it.
Lazege, maybe. Which websites do I regularly check to update on HR news and knowledge? I follow Sherm. That's like one of the biggest ones to follow. And I also follow Josh Beerson because I'm a consultant, and he's one of the majors. My boss loves to hear about Josh Beerson. So many Joshes in my life. So that's what I do.
2 weeks notice is expected. Yeah, so here's the thing. You always got to remember. They don't have to give you 2 weeks notice, but you have to give them 2 weeks notice.
No, you don't.
Yeah, screw that.
No,
dude.
You don't. I don't give 2 weeks notice. I've quit same day as HR. I've quit in a week as HR. And I've given 4 weeks. It doesn't matter. Give what you're comfortable with. They have to accept it. And honestly, if you give 2 weeks, they're still able to say, thank you for your resignation, but we're going to move up your end date to right now. So give whatever you need to give. If you want to if your job, your new one starts in 2 weeks and you want a week off, say, hey, I'm giving a week notice. I'm really sorry about that, but they want me to start sooner. And then you have a week off before your next one starts. I love that.
There's 2 questions back to back. Is age a big deal breaker? It depends. But don't let them find out your age, and don't tell them your age, and never make that a point because it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
It's also discrimination.
Yeah. When you go in there and say, I know I'm older, don't do that. Why would you do that? Or I'm young and excited. Don't do that. Why? You think it's good. It's not. What are you pointing at?
No. I was going to read another one. So there's 2 questions back to back. What do you think about unpaid internships? You're not an unpaid intern. You're a volunteer. That's all it is. Yeah. If you're unpaid anything, no. You are a volunteer. You are not a worker. Imagine being told what to do for no money. Well, you're being paid in exposure. That's really what it is. You're being never work for free unless you're building your own freelance portfolio. That's it.
It's the same thing.
Never do it.
It's the same thing they tell artists. Value yourself or nobody's going to.
Yeah, you got to be the one.
Sell your painting that took you a million hours to do for $10? Hell no. You're going to sell it for like thousands of dollars. Same thing applies.
Yeah. How do you not piss off a company? I mean, you just low key.
Dinner table rules. Don't talk about politics, religion at the dinner table. Same thing about your job. Maybe don't sit there and be mad all the time. Look grumpy. Probably want to shower. If you hate it that much, get a new job.
Someone said, how do you list unpaid internships on your resume? If you're going to list an internship, it's an internship. You don't say that you were unpaid because they're going to give you $1 and you're going to be like, oh yes, my first money for the first job. Like, bro, they need to think that you've been getting paid so that they pay you more than you got paid last time. Like, because you're going to be so excited just getting any money, right? And so then you're going to be susceptible to being lowballed because you don't value yourself. Always put internship. And when they ask how much you got paid, you say whatever you think that your job was worth. Like at least $15 an hour. Like bare minimum, like I would say like $20 an hour.
Thomas, I'm going to answer your question because I love resume stuff.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Carry on.
Do you use bullet points or do you use paragraphs in your resume? Use bullet points. I will not read your paragraph. No recruiter I know will read your paragraph.
You want a drink?
Yeah, make it short. No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. Keep in bullet points. Make it one line. No more than that. How can you avoid being underpaid? Know your value. Say no. Say no. And if they don't give you a raise and you feel like you did a whole lot of work for them, made them a lot of money that year, and they're still not giving you a raise after you've asked for it, get a new job. That's what I do. That's what I tell everybody. Salary negotiating tactics in an interview. Say it's negotiable. Start at the top and then have a number in your head of what you would be willing to take. And that's what you got to ask for it, though. Nobody's going to hand it to you. They're going to try to pay you whatever they want. What? Yeah, what I said. How long should you stay at your first job? I say a year. It might be less if you ask Josh, but I say a year. Have a year's worth of experience. Otherwise, that's usually my rule of thumb for everything is at least a year. You can do less. I have a job that's less, but it was a contract and I presented as a contract. It was a contract work for a project. Project ended and I found a new job. And Josh went to the kitchen and then to the bathroom. That's where he is. How to get hired as a remote part-time worker. If you want a remote job, say that you have experience with remote work and present yourself really well for that. As part-time, I have no idea. That would be a really specific one to look for. You're probably going to have to do something like teaching English online or something like that. Josh knows what those are called. That would be a good one. Is it really true if I do not give notice, I can get sued for unforeseen impact damage? No. If you're in the United States, it's a right to work state, which means that you can quit whenever. If you signed any kind of contract saying you have to give a specific amount of time, you have to follow the contract that you signed and agreed to. But if you didn't and all you did was sign an employment agreement, that's just usually a very general standard thing. Then you can quit whenever with as little time as you want. But just check your employment agreement. If you really have questions, get a copy of that before you leave. That's what I do.
Jackson, can you be hired for remote work in the U.S.? Yeah, you call W-8 contractor. Look, I'll type in the chat. W-8. Some weird nerds in here. Yeah, for sure, dude. Like, there's a lot of thirst. They're like, oh my God, it's a girl.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's a girl.
Wow.
Or imagine.
I can't even imagine trying to be in software as a woman.
Facts.
Like
somebody
HR were all girls, but for you guys, oh, girls. Okay, so funniest thing that's ever happened to me at work. I know nobody asked this question, but it's funny and relatable. So we had a love triangle. We got one designer girl who came to work for us, and we sat her at her open like concept office desk in between these two guys, and one guy was like totally into her, but she was totally into the guy next to him, and this guy was friends with them, and he was like, man, I really like this girl. I don't know what to do. She likes my friend. I just want her to be happy. And it was just a whole day of being HR mom. It was so fun.
All right.
So funny. Funniest thing. One of the funniest things that's ever happened at work. That's what we do. Sometimes we're moms. Sometimes we're grandma. Sometimes we lay down the law. And sometimes we're the office therapist.
Let me see.
Sometimes we're team mom and bring snacks.
You should get a proper podcast. Yeah, so the thing is, I don't have any room on my desk. Like, so much stuff on my desk. Like, whenever IKEA opens, I'm going to get a huge desk, and I'm going to get, like, a proper microphones and, like, an audio interface. Because right now, it's a mess.
Then I can sit here and work.
Let me see.
What is Coach Greg Adams? Hey, Basil. Thanks for support.
Let me see. There was some other questions, I think. Oh,
Except Mike, isn't what illegal?
Illegal to date at work? No, it's not.
Oh, no. As HR, I've dated at work. I don't recommend it.
That sounds terrible.
Yep.
That sounds super
Listen.
not smart.
Listen, I met them outside of work. They happened to work for us. That's what happened.
Let me see.
It is weird. It's not ideal. I don't suggest it.
It's a bad job. All right, let's open that.
Josh is almost 30. I just turned 30.
Let me see.
He had cancer, which means
I'm a crab.
It's almost crab season.
Whatever that means. What are your thoughts on Python? Siobhan hits with 5. Hey, thanks. You didn't have to do that. Python from a personal experience, like not professional viability. Yeah, so like it's okay for like automation and stuff. Like if you want to automate like browser stuff or like desktop stuff, it's very utilitarian. Like I wouldn't sit and code something all day because chances are something's already been coded for that. So I just go download the open source version on GitHub and then run it and edit it for what I needed to do. Okay. A remote work website in USA that's popular. Yeah, it's called WeWorkRemotely.com.
How many maths are required to work as a developer? Honestly, too many for me to ever want to be a dev.
How much React do I need to know to get a job? Whatever they need for the job. Like that's not the there is no you need to know everything about React. It's just you need to know what gets the job done. How many codes make up the internet? At least like 4, I think.
That's a good question.
Probably like at least 4.
That's a question I wouldn't know.
MATLAB is a meme unless you're like doing data science, but MATLAB is not like such a joke.
I can't.
Vision with another 5. Hey, thanks.
Help me.
Is it dead? So you got double click and hold.
How come I don't have the magic touch?
There you go.
I swear I did that.
There you go. It takes a second. You're good. This one's gonna die then. All right. Anyways,
Well, at least I have one.
it's all good. YouTube blocked me from sending you super chat. Do you plan on switching to Twitch soon? Yeah. So like, it's hard. Nobody wants to go to Twitch. That's the thing. It's hard to move a channel over there. Really hard. Like, I did it once and I had like 10 viewers, and it's like, what? How many planets are in the universe? At least 4.
Sick.
HR lady.
Don't read that.
What do you have to have a bachelor for your job?
I mean, yes, it's extremely helpful. 99% need to have one. There's exception though every once in a while for a job or for people who've been in the industry for like 40 years. Otherwise, you should have a degree in something. What was the worst toilet situation you've seen in the workplace? The funniest ones are every time you come out of the ladies' rooms, there's usually a dude walking out of the men's, and you guys are all in there cracking jokes and farting and stuff. But otherwise, the worst thing though, we got like a string of complaints for some lady who was throwing away her cigarette butts in the trash, like not smoking in there. She was just throwing away the cigarette butts in there. And there's like a lighter left, and so it made the whole thing sink. And for some reason, they come to HR. Y'all come to HR with everything that's not for HR. That's for facilities. But honestly, that answers another question too. Why are HR usually women? Because we're like the office mom. Honestly, we're the grandma of professions, so that's why. We just gravitate towards it.
You don't need a bachelor's, just build a product to get a junior dev? Yeah, I mean, you need like portfolio, man. Do job posts requiring generic bachelor degrees to get checked? They don't. Not really. No, they don't.
What
do you Depends
mean?
on the company. Like if it says required degree, it's always a joke. You can apply anyways because they can.
Yeah, apply anyways.
They can change the requirements at any time. Yeah. If it says just because the job application says bachelor's required, well, you can apply, and then all of a sudden you're a fantastic candidate, and they like everything about you. They're gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna waive that requirement. That's not needed anymore. We think you can do the job. We don't give a shit. They can change their job requirements at any time. So anything that says required can be changed. So it's not like it's a joke. Yeah. Always apply.
Yeah. Also, don't lie that you have a degree if you don't, because that will come up on your background check, and then you might have to explain a little bit.
Yeah, but I think I would still probably apply even though it said it. I just wouldn't lie in the interview.
Yeah, like exactly. Say it in the interview. Like, you can still apply to it for sure, but have a reason. Like, always have an excuse. Yeah, that's my boyfriend, Ravi. Duh. I'm never going to tell y'all where I work, but I'm a consultant for HR technology. It's what I do. I make recommendations all day about how they can mature their HR departments from Excel spreadsheets and paper files to being more digitalized and efficient. That's what I do. It's what I like. Way more than regular HR. Plus, I make like twice as much as I used to.
Well, that's a good one. Thomas got a good question.
I know Josh previously recommended 6 months, but in your opinion, what do you recommend the minimum length of time before putting a job on your resume? I mean, at least 6 months. Okay, so here's the thing, is you don't want to leave a job off your resume if it's going to create a job gap. So don't leave it off. Make a reason for why it was so short. Say it was project-based, you were a project-based contractor, you finished the project, and so you moved on. That's the reason you left. I try to stay at a job at least a year before I move on. However, anything more than that is fine. Everybody leaves jobs soon now. That's just the way it is with these new generations. That's what we do. We get bored or we finish our work and now we want something else to do. We're continuing to learn. It's what we like. It's what we do. So that's all changing. You don't have to stay at your job for 20 years anymore. Mike had to work at Google. I mean, I sleep with Michael Chai sometimes.
Let's see. Is it a good idea to be 100% yourself? No, do not even do that. Never be, like, you can be authentic, but don't be completely 100% transparent, because you have to understand at corporate there is a game, right? And so if you're completely transparent, what you are doing is you think about like a game of football, right? And you're just walking across the field and you're handing the other team your playbook and saying, you know what, here's everything about me, and you'll never have any leverage again. And just because it doesn't mean you're lying, it doesn't mean you're not being truthful, but you'll never have any leverage. And the thing is, like, you have to accept that there's a game. If you don't play it, you're going to get played. There is no opting out. At all. You cannot say, I don't want to play the game if you have a job, because then you're going to just get played. All right,
don't be righteous. Don't have a reason. Say, like, yeah, be yourself, but also play the freaking game. Do you want a job? Okay. Smile and say you're happy. Don't sit there and complain and whine and be about your job. Why? You're going to get let go. They're going to replace you, or they're going to manage you out is what it's called.
Yeah. All right.
My name is HR Lady. You can call me Haley Rose.
What's a good font size for resumes?
It depends. Make your resume one page. My font size on my resume, because I want it to be one page and I have a lot of experience, is like, 10 point or something like that. And that's fine. When you print it, it looks great. I could make it smaller printed and it'd be fine. You can also widen your margins. Keep it one page, totally fine. Don't make it bigger than 12. Don't make it any smaller than what's readable when you print it out. That's it. That's all you have to do. Because if we get it electronically too, if you don't know how to blow up your PDF so you can see it on your screen, like, you don't want to work there anyways. How high is my vertical jump?
Not very high.
What?
She has no ups.
Excuse me. Wait, what does that mean?
You can't jump high.
Oh,
you got no ups.
I mean, I played water polo. I didn't have to jump. I never had to learn that skill.
Yeah.
How high is your vertical jump?
Josh, I took an unpaid internship for no-coding web developer, and it might lead to a job. Yeah, well, I mean, so could just making project portfolio. Anything might lead to a job. Like, it doesn't matter. Unpaid internship's a joke, dude. Like, I could not imagine someone saying, you better do this or else. Or else what? You're not even fucking paying me any money. How are you gonna, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I think it's offensive. Honestly, I think it's offensive. Because they're like, usually when you go to quit your unpaid intern, they either like, oh, wait, hold on. We just came into some money, we can pay you. And then, or they're like, you know what, okay, bye. And then they'll just get somebody else because they're cheap and they're lowballers and they're just trying to take advantage of people. You know, fuck unpaid internships, dude. It's such a joke.
I want to answer 2 questions.
All right, go ahead.
First, my friend proposed coworker at work and she reported him to HR. What do you mean proposed? Did he propose like marriage to her, or did he say, hey, do you want to date? Because number one, if she said no to you at work and then complained to HR, wow, that sucks. But if he propositioned her and said, hey, do you want to go on a date? Don't do that at work. Why would you do that at work? Yes, totally something you can complain to HR about. That's workplace harassment, sexual harassment. It counts. Don't do it. I highly recommend against it. if you already know that they like you and will say yes 100,000%, then there is no way, like after work, then ask them out. Totally fine. Don't do it at work. Why would you do that? You're setting yourself up. The other one is, how do you train your employer to stop forcing company fun? I don't know, because mine tries to force company fun on me, and we're an international company, and so it's like at 7 a.m. and like I'm not going to be fun and excited and happy at 7 a.m. to be playing trivia games. So I just have work to do. I can't do it either. I have no idea. Yeah. Josh definitely says to build a product to have financial independence. Make your own job.
That's what cool. Your company is. Your company is a product.
Yeah. Figure out what they do and do it.
Well, don't do that. That's how you get sued.
Oh, well.
I mean, quit, but then do it.
You know.
But just make sure you didn't sign a non-compete.
Don't do the exact same thing they're doing.
I mean, you can. Just make sure you didn't sign a non-compete. Just make sure you did not sign the non. You can do exactly what your company is doing right now and be like, you know what? I'm sure.
If you don't sign that, you won't get the job.
Hold on, look.
Play the game.
I'm saying if you want to quit.
Oh.
Yeah, like.
But you sign that at your start. You don't sign.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe like if you didn't.
Right, yeah. So, if you're quitting and they make you sign it, don't sign that. You're right.
What I'm saying is like, yeah, if you're quitting the job and you want to make that, I'm sure a lot of you guys have worked at a job where you're like, you know what, I could do this shit so much better if I just did it myself because they're clearly not taking my advice. And then you quit and you do that and you do it better. As long as you didn't sign that non-compete, you're good to go.
I mean,
okay, all right, there you go.
Is it possible for back scratching at work to be strictly platonic? Absolutely not. This is not platonic. Don't do it. Don't touch.
You got different.
Don't touch your neighbors. You learned that in kindergarten. Please don't do it. You never know. Also, report them if you do. Yeah, no, I never say where I work or my name. Question. So.
How do you feel about offers that expire within 1 to 3 days? I think that's stupid, and they're trying to force you into something. Always ask to extend it.
You can ask to extend it if you want to. You can also accept it if you want the job. That's like, it's again, play the game. If you want the job, why wouldn't you answer it? Take 1 day. 1 to 3 is reasonable. If you have a reason that you need to extend it, maybe say you need to talk it over with your spouse or you need to talk it over with your family or whatever. Like, barf, but also like, totally use that as an excuse that you need a few more days. Say they're out of town and you want to discuss it in person or something like that. But otherwise, if you want the job, don't be on your high horse and take the job. I'm only going to disagree with you there a little bit. Don't force it just to assert your dominance over them. Do you want the job or not? That's how it works. They'll give it to the next person.
Elbar said, do I need a degree? I'm coming from avionics. No, you don't need a degree. You just need a portfolio.
Yeah. Like, no matter how great and indispensable you think you are to a company or not, there's always somebody else. You might be, but there's always somebody else. They don't care. That's the real answer.
Well, that's a good question. Are you burning a bridge by declining an offer you're at late stages in?
No.
No, as long as you do it the right way.
Yeah.
As long as you don't be like, yo, this company's garbage. I'm out for a better job. Like, don't say that. Just be like,
respectfully decline. Thank you so much for the offer. Unfortunately, at this time, it doesn't work out for me. Or I have another opportunity I'd like to pursue at this time. Thank you so much for your consideration, and we'll be in touch in the future should our paths ever cross again. You can find a way to be nice. Act like you're turning down your mom or your grandma or your sister or somebody who means something to you like that.
Act like you're friend zoning the company.
Yeah.
Just friend zone them.
Yeah, you still want to be their buddy, but you don't want to like F them or anything. That's how it works. Dinner table rules apply to work.
HR lady, how do you make your boss sign? Wait, what? How do you make your boss sign a non-compete? I have a pretty good idea, and I don't want my boss messing it up. Yeah, so don't make your boss sign a non-compete because...
Don't tell them.
I can't tell if you're trolling Rick from HR with the guy from Office Space, but I'm pretty sure you don't. That's just a fucking meme. Don't... Yeah, all right, there you go.
Don't? If it's real, though, that's a real question. Don't tell them you have an idea. What the hell? Yeah, someone else who will do it cheaper. Yeah, true.
Is honesty good?
Right.
To a degree.
Yeah. Be as honest as you are able to prove later. Like, if you've never worked with that language and you say you're proficient in it, not a good idea. But if you want to say you're very detail-oriented and you're only, like, mediocre at it, then, I mean, that's my game. Me in detail is not ideal.
Okay, so this is a good point. So this guy said, I told this company I have other late-stage interviews, but they wanted me to make a decision before I finish those interviews. And my response is, they're trying to pigeonhole you into accepting an offer before you even work there. Imagine what they'll make you do after you work there. They're going to be like, hey, you need to get this done by X, Y, and Z. And you're like, well, I need some more time. And they're going to be like, well, you have to get it done by X, Y, and Z. Like, just imagine what kind of person that they are if they're making you do things before they're even paying you. You know, like, come on. Not cool. All right, so is it okay to put a company walk down your resume? Yeah, sure. Just, like, maybe don't put them as a reference. Probably. All right, here you go.
For what? Yeah, my company sponsors people with green cards all the time. It's an international company. It's really big. It's half of our... In fact, maybe like 75% of our employee population is international. Not necessarily here, but like around the world. We work all over. I could go work in Europe if I wanted to, but I don't. I just don't. Am I dispensable? Everybody is dispensable. Everybody. But also, every job is dispensable too. I stay open to opportunities just like they stay open to new candidates. That's fine. It's totally fine.
Okay, here's a good question. Any resources on how to better play the game? Yeah, so, I mean, not really. Honestly, you just kind of have to work a job and become buddy-buddy with people. Like, you basically have to brown nose, but not because you want to do better at the company, but just because you want to understand how this game works. And the more you pretend to be friends with people, the more information they'll tell you. And then you'll take that information and you'll be like, huh, so that's how that works. Or, huh, so that's how much... Like, it sucks, right? It sucks and it feels really unethical and really immoral. But here's the thing about being immoral. It's not illegal. How flexible are your morals?
It's not always about how much information will they tell you either. The more people who like you and are friends with you, like, they're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt if you ever mess up, or if somebody needs to be cut from a team and they like you, or maybe there's a new project and they like you and are gonna remember you to go to that cool new project. Like, it's just better to play the game and to, I don't know, fake it till you make it. Honestly, it's my motto my entire job life. You're gonna hate it. It's gonna suck. Fake it
until you make it to the interview, and then be honest. Don't fake it till you make it at the job, and then you just get fired.
I fake it till I make it all the time. What are you talking about?
Okay, this is a good question. Nacho said, does having a YouTube channel hurt you if you want to get a job? No, I mean, if you're me and you literally say, hey, I'd never work for you, and hey, this is how you're actually treating employees, and hey, you know, like, if you're me and you give the middle finger to a company that wants to underpay you, yeah, obviously that's not going to help you. And I'm going to seem like bullheaded, and I'm going to seem like I'm impossible to work with because I just asked too many questions, and that's not what people want. So don't be me on YouTube, and YouTube channels actually help you build a brand. Like, if you're like, hey, here's all my videos on how to do React. Hey, here's a video on how to build an application from scratch. And they go watch that, and it's not political or divisive like my content. Then they're going to be like, wow, this guy really knows his stuff. Let's hire him.
But if you're me,
there you go,
and you have a corporate job, we don't tell you where I work or my name, which is why everybody's always like, why does he call her HR instead of my name? That's why. I'm HR, or I'm HR lady, or you can also call me Haley Rose, which I think was really funny the very first time we did this. But that's about it. What?
Jay. So, like, hold on. Someone said, you said fake it till you make it, and someone said she fakes it all the time. We need to talk. Are you faking it? Are you faking it with me?
Do I need to?
No, I'm just kidding. I would know. I mean, the chat.
We are very happy. Listen, we still date. You haven't been friend zoned.
I was going to be like, the chat doesn't know your name, but the neighbors do. I was just kidding. All right.
We leave the door open too much.
Neighbors definitely know my name. All right, anyways.
Listen, I mean...
I shared your video on LinkedIn and I got into trouble. Just imagine what they're hiding from you. You know what I'm saying?
Red. Jeez.
It's a joke. Be an adult. It's fine.
It's not a joke. It's the truth.
You do it to yourself.
Listen.
All right. What's the ideal forehead size?
I mean, listen, I was born with this.
What?
It happens.
Why are you making this about you?
I mean, you got a pretty decent forehead
yeah,
too,
dude,
but mine's the one everybody says is huge. Listen, I don't know. You just gotta fit a lot of brain in there.
Yeah, big brain. Big brain. All right, someone said, I'm 55 with 20 years of marketing experience. I had a serious illness for 5 years. How do I clean up that hot trash? Yeah, so that's going to be, so like, I don't know. I think 5 years is going to be hard to cover up, but I think you should be honest and just be like, I had health problems, but I'm good to go. But I don't know. And you answer that.
What? Which one? I'm reading. Multitasking.
This one. I'm 55 with that one.
Oh.
I'll let you read that.
I mean, you can't, it's not like you need to clean it up. If you're talking about how to get back into the job world with that big of a gap, then you just explain it. You can either put it in your cover letter saying you went through a major health crisis or you went through a transitional period in your life that forced you to be out of the job place for a moment, and now you're getting back in with more knowledge that you've taken the time to learn while you were out of work. If you have a reason, it's not going to hurt you. I had 7-8 months out of work, and I sat there for a minute and said, what did I do? I took time off to take care of an ill parent. It's true, but it's not necessarily the only reason I was out of work. It's just sit there and think of a reason. It's not verifiable. You got to sell yourself. Good luck. I think you'll be fine.
Check your email for a hilarious resume. Roger that. Thank you for that, by the way. Hold on, let me zoom in on your forehead.
Okay. Why not your forehead?
No, because I'm bald and it's fine.
That's what I told Josh when that CEO guy got mad that Josh made fun of his forehead and body shamed him for his forehead.
Imagine
I was like,
body shamed a forehead. Okay.
I was like, that's okay. Just tell him you're in the big forehead gang. Your girlfriend has one too.
Dude, I got one. I'm going bald. It's only gonna get bigger. It's forehead gang. Big forehead gang. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, yours could have been a lot bigger, huh?
I don't see any. What is this?
What?
Someone says an affiliate manager from who?
He looks like he's 12.
Modern Life Dating?
Who is that? He's 12 years old.
Why would I? Don't say that.
What?
He might be in the stream.
Oh. Sorry, dude.
Oh, he wants me to do body language mastery. Be an affiliate for body language mastery.
We good on the body language.
I don't know if I want to sell a course on dating. I don't think that. No, I'm good.
I know.
I would just sell the course on dating. It's not like I'm. Okay. How do I up my forehead game? See, these are the real questions. I've tried extending it, but the doctor won't perform the surgery. Rick from HR is the best.
Hey, Rick from HR. Are you actually in HR? That's cool. What's up? It's not enough dudes in HR, I think. Oh, no.
Let's see.
That's hilarious. I don't like bangs, so none of me. My forehead and bangs doesn't work out, I think. I don't know. But also, to that end, I don't want him to have long hair either. That's my job. So I'd be out too if he grows hair out again. I don't like it.
Okay, so how do you balance working, relaxing, and working on side projects? I don't know. If I start to feel like I'm going to get burnt out, if I start to get a little bit of anxiety, then I'm just like, all right, it's time to take a break. Or sometimes I get anxiety from like overload. Like there's a lot of stuff I have to do that I haven't done, like that procrastination anxiety, and then I just like don't even want to do it. All right, so hold on. So someone said if I have 5 head, will they discriminate me? Yes. No big foreheads allowed in the job. Okay. Okay, let's see.
No, you're an accountant. Oh, sorry, bro.
No. My resume is built on Photoshop. Yeah, your resume should be a PDF, ideally. PDF or Word doc.
Yeah, send it as a PDF, but double check that your PDF came out right. And also, if you're using a Mac, make sure that it comes out right on a PC, because that happens all the time. We get them like that. So I use a Mac, and I always send mine in PDF and doc just in case. It just depends. Sometimes they like different things, so I change it up and make sure they have both. Shows you care.
No job or internship experience. What to write my CV? You need projects, bro. Mm-hmm. Someone said GD to you.
You can think of something to work on yourself too. What?
I have heavy React knowledge but no commercial experience. Do I have a chance of getting a high-end React role? It depends on if you can wow them with your projects or you can wow them with the solution to their code test. That's the main thing.
Oh, is this what you were reading for
no.
HR and Photoshop? Don't do that. I've seen that done before. There's no reason that your resume needs to be done in Photoshop.
Would you put side projects during the time you were fully employed? Yes, 100%. So for some reason, companies hate it when you have side projects that are trying to make money. But if you have side projects for fun, that's a totally different thing. They're like, oh, this guy just codes all day long. That means he'll work for us all day long. You know, we love him. But if they see that you have a side project that's like actually trying to generate money, they're gonna be like, oh, this guy's really not invested in our company. He wants to make money.
That's what it means. If you say, no, I'm really invested in this business that I started up, but this is how I'm going to make money, it's working from you, we're not going to hire you. You need to sell yourself right. Which, God, that term sounds really bad, but it's true.
What to choose for your portfolio if yourname.com isn't available? It doesn't matter. You can have wix.123.com. It doesn't matter what your domain is if you're applying for a job. It matters what your domain is if you're trying to sell a product, right? If you're trying to sell tennis shoes and it's like new hotness Nikes 123 at geocities.com, that's probably not a good look. Yeah, let me get that.
Over there's better somewhere. Here you go.
Yeah, it was a side project for money. I mean, if you can, yeah, probably don't put that on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
But
that's a good question. Why do you ask what's your biggest weakness and what's the answer?
Well, okay, so really we just want to know if you could come up with something on the spot, but always make it positive. If you're going to give your biggest weakness, don't say, oh, I'm really disorganized sometimes. Make it something positive. Don't be cheesy about it and say, wow, my biggest weakness is that I love to work too much. Don't do that. We're going to think you're full of shit. Oh, no. But come up with something else, like that you sometimes end up focusing on details and get caught up in that. And so you've decided to try using a planner to manage your time better or something like that. So if you're going to come up with a reason that's something that you don't do well, also follow it up with how you're managing that. Yeah, it just shows that you've put thought into it and that you're trying to fix it if it is a weakness. Also, don't say you don't have any weaknesses because, again, we're going to think you're full of it. How do you get a job in HR? You apply for all of the HR jobs. You can also take an APHR certification to show that you have learned some things. But entry-level HR jobs are going to say things like HR assistant, HR coordinator, recruiting assistant, things like that. Recruiting is usually an easier side of it to get in.
Hold on. Let me add to this. Whenever you answer the biggest weakness question, always say how you're working on it to fix it. So like if you say my biggest weakness is that sometimes I lose track of time, but currently I've been using the Pomodoro technique to get better. That's it. That's how you answer the question. Pretty easy. All right. Actually, you could say that. You'd be like, I sometimes have trouble losing track of time, but I've been using this accountability software to remind me when to take breaks and when to restart again. Like you could all steal that right now.
Organize my time in Outlook, even something basic. You don't have to. Especially if you're making it up on the fly, they might say, "What software are you using?" If you don't have something ready to go for that, then that's a problem. But if you just say something basic like, "Yeah, now I block out my time of what I work on in Outlook or whatever you're using," that'll help you.
My weakness is I got a sickness for the thickness. So probably, I mean, you should just go ahead and just like when you're in the interview with the HR leader, just be like, hey girl, thick thighs save lives. What's up? What you doing? It's fine. That will definitely land you the job. Okay, continue.
It worked at the gym.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
No, he just lifted.
I said it the next day. Let's see. My biggest weakness, my calves. Yeah, true, right? You know, don't skip leg day.
Yeah, please don't skip leg day. Those people look funny. They look like funnels. Josh calls it a Dorito. I think it looks like a funnel.
Look like a Dorito. Is it okay to use Dreamweaver? Definitely don't do that.
No. Why? They and Mike will try. He sexually harasses me all the time.
Me?
Listen, but sexual harassment is any unwanted behavior. So if I said, hey, don't do that to me, then that's harassment. But if I don't say, hey, don't do that to me, then I just might like it. And that's fine.
Why would you say that?
They asked.
I think it goes both ways, honestly.
It does.
It's pretty mutual.
Any unwanted advances, you also have to say you don't want it. Or somebody else can say sexual harassment. If they see you doing it to each other, they can get mad about it too. So know that as well. Should probably mention it.
Let me see. I'm trying to see if I missed any
David,
questions.
where you been? What kind of degree do you need for HR? You just need a degree. I know people have a lot of different kinds. I have an undergrad and half of a graduate. And then I decided I hated it, so I quit, which is totally fine. Do what makes you happy.
Someone said, what's your opinion on the salary localization in regards to recent Facebook? How do I get paid the same as my less competent Californian workers? Yeah, I mean, they're obviously just looking at the cost of living in each area, so that you're not going to be able to convince them to pay you more. Right? They're trying to just pay everyone an equivalent cost of living. If you basically get a new job, right? Salary localization is what a lot of remote companies do. So, like, there's remote companies that have workers in the U.S. and they'll pay those workers $100K, and then they'll have also workers that are in like Ukraine, and they'll pay them like $20K, right? Because $20K in Ukraine is like $100K to someone in the U.S. So like that's what they'll do. All right.
Hey, Becky has a good question real quick.
All right.
Hey, go here. So what is something HR wishes you would stop doing when applying? Stop applying 1,000 times. Easy. Don't do it. It makes you look desperate. It's really annoying. If we saw it once, we're either going to call you or we're not. It doesn't make you look interested. It's just really annoying. Don't apply more than once, maybe twice. Give it a few weeks or a month in between. Don't do it over and over and over. Okay. Which one did you want?
I was just reading streams. Let's see. Is there any must-have projects? Nah, crud apps.
How bad does it look to have a job gap after college? Not bad. You're trying to get into it. Start working on projects on your own so that you have something to show, but otherwise, that's fine. For a Zoom interview, it doesn't matter what your background is for an interview. If you're going to be a YouTuber or something like that, you got to have space behind you. Otherwise, it's about you and your skills and knowledge, not necessarily what it looks like around you. We can't discriminate based on that, so it doesn't matter.
Let's see. I actually got a job because I applied to 23 open positions. Yeah, I did that too. But the HR lady emailed me and she said, I don't understand exactly what you're looking for, Josh. You've applied to everything. And I said, oh, yeah, I just want a job, which was stupid. Don't say, I just want a job, because it doesn't look like you value yourself. And you look like a noob college kid. And she knew that, so I still got the job. But, like, it's not a very good idea. Okay.
Yeah, look, apply to 23 open positions, but don't apply to those 23 open positions 23 times each. Don't do that. But yeah, you can apply to a bunch of different ones within the same company. But when we get the same resume for the exact same job over and over, we're just annoyed.
What's the most you can earn in HR?
It depends. if you're going to be a regular HR, usually your median, at least based on areas where I've lived, which includes Colorado, Texas, and Utah, you're going to be capped out somewhere around $60K as a generalist. Unless you have any kind of certification, then you might be capped at 65. I've never heard of anybody other than an HR manager making more than 70 or 80. And that's an HR manager with like 10 years of experience. It's crazy. If you want to be in consulting, you start at 6 figures, which is why I'm very happy as a consultant. Much happier. Nobody ever told me consulting for HR was an option, so please know that. There's other ways to go. Just specialize in something.
Would you hire me?
No. I mean, I hired you to be my boyfriend. That's about it.
Yeah, I filled out the application.
Yeah.
I simped real hard. Yeah, we interviewed. I filled out the application. It was Simps Wanted. Here's the application to apply to be my boyfriend. Have you seen that on Tinder?
Our first date lasted 4 hours.
You talk a lot. I don't know what to say.
You talk a lot. It was weird because he was quiet, but he talked forever. It was crazy. Also, I could just look at those like blue eyes and jawline for days.
Okay. All right. Let me see.
I also pulled up on his motorcycle.
How much does a junior dev make who doesn't have an IT background? Same as someone who does have an IT. 50K. Usually 50K. Mm-hmm. Should I download projects from GitHub? I mean, don't steal stuff. They're going to know.
Yeah.
Let's see. You should design a Simps Wanted poster. That's going to be in my next skit. It's going to be called the next skit I'm doing is called Corporate Simping, where there's just an office, the office simp, and he just bends over for the boss, basically. It's going to be good.
Honestly, both of our rules was dating advice. Don't until we met each other.
An idea from a mobile app? I don't know. What do recruiters expect to see in a project? Recruiters, they don't care. They don't know what they're looking at.
Wait. Everybody knows that you're an INTP for your Myers-Briggs. I'm an ENFPT. You guys should go read both of those and see just how opposite we are. ENFPT. Josh is an INTP. I have an extra letter in mine. Take that.
How much should interns expect to be paid? Yeah, the same thing as a junior dev, because there's no skill difference. There's only
know your worth. Is what it comes
down to. Bro, interns and junior devs are the same thing. Bro, all right, so here, look, I got a story that nobody asked about, but it relates to this. I worked my mechanical engineering job. Very first job, I didn't do an internship. I didn't do any of that stuff. I just got the job. And then I started working in the summer, so they brought a bunch of summer interns in. And these people were making less money than me, working harder than me, getting master's degrees. I was just like, what? Like, they know more stuff technically. They're more qualified than me, and they're like getting you coffee, and they're getting like a master's degree, and they're making like $20 an hour just because they're still in college. I was like, are you serious?
Hey, yeah. Chronic, you're right. We mesh pretty well because my type meshes pretty well with everybody. Opposites attract. I think he's great. Also, I think he's okay. So your I and my E are about 50-50 each. Mine leans 4% more E than I, and his is almost exactly opposite. That's why we get along, because both of us are kind of introverted and both of us are kind of extroverted. That's why Josh can do stuff like this, and that's why I can sit in the house and not want to hang out with anybody unless I have to.
How did you succeed in dating HR? I didn't know that she was HR. Well, actually, yeah. She told me she's HR, and I said, all right, you should probably just go ahead and watch my channel and see if you're offended.
And
or you think it's funny.
I said, do you want to go on a date and see if I like you before I watch your stuff or not? Because I don't want you to.
Yeah, and I never
really did this before. And I watched it first, and I was like, honestly, same.
Everybody thinks the same.
Yeah. I just keep it in my head. I sit there and laugh during meetings and calls and stuff all the time. I think it's hilarious. I just don't say it out loud because I play the game, you guys. Play the game.
What was your degree?
I have an undergraduate in communications, and I have half of a MBA in human resource management.
I feel like undergraduate is demeaning. I just feel like I have an undergraduate. Just say bachelor's.
I have a bachelor's in communication. Half
undergraduate,
of whatever. It's all the
bro,
same.
Master's degree and fucking bachelor's degree is the same shit.
Yeah.
Don't fucking matter.
And what
at the job.
communication means, basically half my degree is, I almost have a minor in art history, but I also have like a whole slew of Adobe product classes. That's what I did. I like words. Sue me.
Let's see.
Josh hates my degree, but honestly, I just liked it. What?
Let's see what we got. Let's see.
Get a degree in something.
Best location for software jobs? All right, there's a couple hot spots. Don't go to Silicon Valley. That place is trash. Don't go to New York City. That place also trash. But like, there's gonna be a lot of people that are like, well, I want to work at Facebook. All right, well, if you want to work there, then you get to deal with that. I would say something like Utah is actually pretty good. It's called the Silicon Slopes. Not quite there in terms of cost of living, so it's still pretty good. You could also go to Florida. That's pretty good. Atlanta is actually pretty good. Raleigh, North Carolina is actually pretty good too.
That's a big hub.
What else we got? There's a couple other states. Austin, Texas is pretty good. Cost of living.
Major.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cost of living in Austin compared to the rest of Texas is pretty high, but Austin's probably the best city you can go to other than Houston in Texas. And Dallas people, I don't want to fight you because you're wrong. But, no, Austin would be a good place. Honestly, there's dev jobs everywhere. Decide what matters to you where you're living. If you want to come to Utah because you like the outdoors and you hike like we do, or you fly paragliders like we do, or you like to be outside, then come to Utah. If you like nightlife and bar life and drinking and partying, you don't want to come to Utah. There's like 3 bars and they're always the same people and they're always dead. Don't do it. But if you like that, go to Houston or Austin where there's tons of nightlife, and going outside to do outside stuff kind of sucks. It just pick what's going to make you happy in an environment and then get a job in that place. I love Utah, but I like to be outside a lot. So, and we don't drink or party, so it works for us. I mean, we party in the house. We play Mario Party.
No way, I don't have Mario Party. There's no Switches of it. Well, I don't know. Nature is healing. Nature is healing itself. Switches are starting to show up back on shelves.
We just play Mario Kart until we can find a Switch. Listen, there was a Switch at the store a week before this pandemic thing started, and there wasn't any more Switches, and we were like, yeah, we should get one of those. You know, we'll give it a few days and make sure we really want it, and then we'll come back and get it. And when we went back, they were gone.
You gotta beat the other Marios on the Wii. Why are we gonna get it? Why would we get a Switch to play if we haven't even beaten them?
Because now we don't even have one to do.
It's all right. They'll come back. Nature is healing.
It's healing.
Switches are coming back to the shelves.
Yeah, and then I'll beat your butt in Mario Party.
That's fine.
That's cool. You can beat me in Mario Kart though. You got first a few times. I documented it.
All right. Yeah. What do you think of Harvard CS50? It's free. I mean, you can do it if you want. The certificate's not going to do anything for you.
How do I recommend a fellow art history undergrad to get a generic office job? Number 1, yes, HR art history major. I love art. It's great. Okay, so if you want a generic office job, I thought that's what I wanted to. Look into HR jobs. I mean, at least have something to do. HR kind of sucks at first, but you can evolve into it. If you try to evolve into something like an office job, it's like just basic ones, it's kind of boring, right? You're going to get bored eventually. But if you're going to start out in those and that's what you're looking for, try going to like an agency, like a contracting agency to start with, like Kelly Services, or what's another one? There's a bunch of them. Just try looking for those temp agencies to get your foot in the door, and they're usually contract to hire 3 months, and then you're permanently hired as like an office desk person. I had a really great job before I got into HR, and I was an office manager. I just did office front desk work and stuff in a doctor's office, and I found that on Craigslist. You can definitely look for just office front desk work like that on things like Craigslist or Indeed. That's a good way to get in. But look at doctor's offices. Those are great jobs, especially if all you want to do is be at a desk and like do paperwork and be a front desk person. It's a great job. You have set hours. They're usually during the day.
Speaking about Free Code Camp, yeah, Free Code Camp is great, dude. You should definitely go to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. Those are all great resources to start learning code.
Yeah.
Could you do some freelancing for a while? I don't want to do freelancing for a while because I don't want to code all day. That's not how I want to spend my time. I like filming and editing and like I don't know. I would rather like do freelance video if I had to, but like then I'm not building my channel and my brand. I'm not building someone else's business, and I don't want to do that. I want to spend my time for me.
Honestly, dude, you might have really great skills at 16, but a lot of jobs like that don't want you to apply until you're 18 just based on work hours and things like that. They're usually not going to hire anybody under 18 because there's so many restrictions based on how many hours you can work, when you can work. Plus, they're salary jobs, which means that there's no way really to build in those requirements legally. So, I mean, you might be able to find like one-off jobs or like freelance work to do. But if you want to be hired on with a major company, you're probably going to have to wait till you're 18 in most cases. I know it's a total bummer, but use this time to like build your skills.
All right. Someone said my job doesn't pay well, but my boss is really nice. My Scrum team.
Get a new job.
Yeah, bro. Get a new job.
Get a new job. You're going to have a good manager and a new team anywhere you go. That's what you make it. Get a new job. You want more money? The end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but your company family doesn't pay the bills, bro. Your salary pays the bill. Your boss being nice to you doesn't pay your bills.
They should be nice to you.
Yeah, that shouldn't be like a perk for you to stay. No. That should just be by default at every job. So get a new job.
And if you like them, be friends on LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever after you leave and keep in touch. But I hear that so often it makes me sick. Like, yeah, you love the people you work with. I've loved people I work with everywhere I go, and sometimes I don't. Who's to say that your boss you really love is not going to leave in a couple of months and not even tell you that they're thinking of doing that, and then you turn down an opportunity to make more money? Why would you do that? It's honest, like, do what's right for you. Go make more money. There's always more money out there. I get it. I love work, like, I get it, but don't limit yourself just because people around you think are cool. There's always better out there. Or the same.
Ask for a raise? No. So if you ask for a raise, you're gonna get a whole like maybe 5%, which is.
Or they're gonna say no.
Actually, nothing compared to inflation.
Yeah. Or they're gonna do what usually happens and say, "Oh, well, we'll consider that you want to raise around that time of year, which is around your annual review usually." And then, like Josh said, you're gonna get maybe 5%, or they're gonna percent you out of that percent, or you might have something like this pandemic thing going on at the time of your raise like me, and nobody gets a raise or a bonus because of it. So take that into consideration. Life changes. If you want more money and you're not happy, go get a new job. Raises, bonuses, things like that. You might feel like you deserve one. You probably do deserve one. Give one to yourself and get a new job.
Someone said advice for moving departments within the same company. Better get a new job or high hopes. So here's what you do. You apply for all the internal jobs at your current job if you want to change positions, but you also look for a new job at the same time.
Yeah. You may or may not get more money at one of those other positions within your company. They already know you're going to work at what you are paid now.
Imagine getting more responsibility for no increase in money, but you get the prestige of a new title, buddy. And as we all know, titles on resumes do not mean anything. You can be software engineer 1, and now you can be software engineer 2. Well, do I get more money? Well, no, it's not in the budget. But you're software engineer 2, which will look good on your resume. I have news for you. You can make the title on your resume whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Put the title that reflects what you did at the job. So if someone gave me software engineer title 2, I'm just going to put software engineer and what I did. The titles don't mean shit.
And especially because when we do call to verify your dates of employment and your job title, if they differ slightly, they're just going to ask you to explain. And then all you have to say is, this here says that you were an engineer 2, but when we called to verify it was an engineer 1. All you really have to say to that is, I was actually transitioning to be 2, and when I left, it hadn't been updated in the system yet. Or I was acting manager at the time of my team. I wasn't being paid for being an acting manager. So I did manage the team. That was what I was doing. It wasn't official in the system, and that's why I decided to pursue another opportunity. So there's always ways around that kind of stuff. But oh my God, I can't tell you how many people I know personally or have heard of or have seen at work or worked with that get a promotion and they're like, oh, congratulations, you're now managing a team. And then you're like, great, where's my salary increase? Oh, well, we're going to just try it out for a few months and then maybe give it to you. And then they don't.
I gotta address this. Somebody said, lead position at Google does mean something on your resume. Lying never comes off nice. Changing your title on your resume is not lying. It's not lying at all. Sometimes your job lies to you. Sometimes your job will give you the title of IT support. What are you doing all day? Well, I'm creating web pages and solving bugs and tickets all day in code. Well, what does an IT support do? Well, typically they just help people log into their desktops and with TeamViewer and whatever, right? So when you change your title on your resume to say, I'm actually a web developer, you're not lying. You are actually being more truthful. You are actually aligning what you did at the job with your title. You're actually helping the next company you're applying to by better identifying what you can do in terms of the skill set. So your title doesn't mean anything at all. It's not lying when you change your title. You are helping the next company and yourself by actually being more truthful. So stop. I hate when people say this shit. All right,
true.
You're good. Go ahead.
So
I'm so triggered. Play the game.
Wait, there was one that kind of is similar. I think it was how do you apply for a job within your company that's like a lesser position or something like that, but it's less stressful and you're happier. That's all you really need to say. If you're really stressed out being a dev and you just want to be an office admin something for a while, say, hey, you're looking to take a new direction. You'd really like to be considered for this other position. You know it's of lesser salary or lesser whatever. Do what makes you happy. They just might take you because they have to pay you less money now. And you have all this other knowledge. Like, you don't have to give it to them later, but you got it. You totally can. Be careful about applying for second jobs if you have a current job, because that might not be allowed within your employment agreement. Before you pursue that, ask HR for a copy of your employment agreement. All you have to say is, hey, I just want a copy of this for my records. Can I please get that from my file? And they'll email it over to you with your signature on it. You can read through it and make sure if that's kosher or not.
How do you get past not having references?
Never put references available upon request on your resume, number one. That's such a cringe thing to do. Number two, you have friends, right? You have a parent, right? Don't change their last name on it. They can tell you, okay, so here's the thing about references. I have been a job reference for so many of my friends, and I'm just like, yeah, she was a part of my team. They ask you very specific questions usually, and you just make it up. It's whatever. But we also, as HR, know people do that. So the likelihood of us calling your references for them to either be BS or to give us a glowing review, because why would you give us a bad reference? We're not likely to call your references almost ever. Unless they were somebody you actually like, maybe a past manager, we might call one or two. If you work with kids, we need references or something like that. Otherwise, references don't really matter.
Someone said Rolo wants to do a show. He can DM me. I'd be down to do it. Someone said, where can I watch the video, the India Corporate Cringe video, International Edition? I just linked it. There you go. You can go watch it. It's on BitChute. I didn't upload that. Somebody else did. But there it is. How do you negotiate a higher salary if you know they're underpaying? You don't. You get a new job.
Here's the thing with negotiating higher salaries. Employees do talk, and that's not against the law to talk about your salaries and how much you're getting paid.
But they hate it.
They hate it, and this is why. Because if you were hired 10 years ago for a certain amount, and they give you maybe a 5% increase every year or less, right? And now the job market has changed. Back then, this is what the going rate was. Now the going rate is maybe $20,000 more, and you never caught up. They have a budget to hire those people at that new rate, but they don't have a budget approved to bring everybody else up. That's just the way business works, which is why I tell you, if you think you're being underpaid, if you think you deserve more money, if you think that you've earned them enough money that you should get some of that, get a new job. There's no point in wasting your time or being heartbroken about not getting a raise or a bonus because they're not going to do it. Get a new job. Now you have all this experience and all of these numbers to show for all that argument you were going to give your current job for why you get a raise. Go apply to new ones and get yourself a new job. You can try to use that to negotiate to stay, but they're never going to match it. That's too much. There's a very big likelihood that they're going to give you $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 more in a new job than they would give you at your old one to stay. They already know you were doing work at that old price. They can just go hire another person. And yeah, they will hire somebody else at that other rate, but guess what? They have a budget to hire a new person at that rate, not to bring you up to it. So it sounds like a good argument, but it's not there. They're not going to do it. I know it doesn't make sense and I know it sucks, but that's the way it is. I hate it too. Trust me, I hate it, which is why I always stay open to new opportunities and I tell everybody I know to do it too. It sucks, but that's the game.
What's the link to watch the corporate cringe video? All right, look.
And if you don't like the game, do what Josh does and make your own business.
Talking about the game.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. That's too meta. All right, here's the thing. Oh, no. People are like, why don't you make a software business, Josh? I don't have any app ideas. That's not my thing. I like filming and editing and stuff. Like, okay? I like digital media and marketing more than I like code. So, like, this is what I do. But, like, if you, like, go make an app. I just don't happen to have any app ideas. Okay, go ahead.
Click that one.
Which one? All right, you read that. I'm gonna answer this.
Oh, I don't know the answer to that.
How do you get into consulting for your self-taught technology?
Oh, I do know that. Okay. How do new hires get HR to state what the job is willing to pay during comp negotiations, and are things like vacation time and moving included? If they want to pay relocation, that will be something that they offer. You can ask for it. They might not do it. Vacation time is something you can definitely negotiate for, especially if you tell them, hey, at my old job, I had an extra week of vacation. How do I get that here? You're probably going to sacrifice that, though, for an increase in your salary that you're trying to negotiate for. So decide what matters to you more. Very important. Also, you won't get us to admit what the pay scale is for that. The only thing you can do is start high and then start moving down. And sometimes it's simply because we don't know at the time. Sometimes it's you're asking the hiring manager instead of HR. It just depends. So that, and also it's a company, right? Like, it sucks, but that's not information they're just going to give away usually. You can definitely try, do what Josh says and try, but like, the best way to go is start high, but have a number that you're willing to settle for. And don't go too high that they think you're never going to come down, so they turn you down automatically. If a job median is $50K and you're asking for $150K, they're going to say no. If you ask for $100K and the job median is $50K, which you can look up on Glassdoor in most cases, which is where a lot of companies get their information as well, they're going to say no. But if you say, hey, I was paid $70 at my old job and I know that here you're going to offer $50, can we meet somewhere in the middle, or can we get as close as possible because that's where my standard of living is right now? That's how you negotiate. Don't be unrealistic. Sounds fun, but it's not. And then you never know. It's like playing game of chicken, right? You're betting on them giving you what you want. They can totally say, never mind, we don't want to play the game with you, and back out. They don't have to negotiate with you. HR is doing the negotiating, not the hiring manager. If the hiring manager really wants you, he can put up a good fight and reason to HR, but HR is going based off of what your company leadership has given us for a budget to hire those positions. These aren't things that HR says, hey, this is what we're going to pay you and we decided it. That's not how it works. It depends on revenue, how much money the company has to offer, how many people they need to hire. It's based off of all kinds of things. So if the manager really likes you and wants to pull for you, like, he can try and work around it. But otherwise, that doesn't usually happen. Like I said, you're not dispensable or indispensable. You're not like the be all end all. There's always somebody else. There's always somebody else. Even if you think they're not as great as you are, that might be true. But that's the nature of the game. They'll find somebody else if you're putting up too big of a hassle. Ooh, I thought of one of the funniest things, though, that happens with negotiations. We had somebody's mom call in a few times to try and negotiate their son's salary. Did not work, but it was a really funny story. Like, please don't have your parents call in to negotiate your salary. Negotiate anything. Why is your mom calling? How old are you? No.
What's that smile? I'm answering all the questions in chat and like the text messages.
He does smile. He kind of smiling right now.
So said this is real. Yeah, bro, it's real. It's real.
Is what real?
Let's see. I need to create a 30-60 video on why I'm a good fit for the company and what my technical strengths are. How do I stand out? Yeah, so if you need to make a 30 to 60 second video, just be like, hi, my name is this and this is what I do. This is my skill set. I think I'm really good at this. These are kind of my weaknesses, but I'm working on them by doing this. That's it. That's all you gotta say.
Yeah.
Helicopter Karen inbound. Oh, dude, have you guys seen the new subreddit that's called FU Karen? I'm not gonna say it, but like, hold on. I'm gonna link it. This is the best subreddit that you've ever seen. It's so good. Look, I'll show you. It's so good, dude. Where's the one picture?
Hey Todd, get a new job or find a new one to apply to. If you're doing a job for $66,000 and the market is for $150,000, you're never gonna match it if you already have that job. Get a new job. That's the only way to get that much of a raise, especially. It doesn't matter what the market is. If they're already paying you for it. It's the way it goes. It sucks, I know.
See, look. It's my right to not wear a mask starter pack. So good, dude.
No.
So funny. All right, anyways, let's back to the stream.
Bad.
Y'all just go enjoy the Karen memes. It's so good. Sorry for anyone that's actually named Karen here.
Ever had someone retire super early? No, they don't. It doesn't matter when they retire. All the traits.
What's the lies? What's the biggest lies HR tells employees? Probably, we care about you. Come to us if you have any concerns. So wait, hold on, wait. Let me explain.
Can you rephrase that to company tells you, not HR? Because as HR, I care.
Yeah, as a person, but not as HR. So, anyways.
So much care.
HR stands for human resources, but you forget the middle word there. HR is humans as resources, not humans resources. Like, I'm a resource for you to come to as a human. It's human as resources. Humans as resources. That's what HR actually is.
Which is the reason I didn't want to be HR. I feel like that needs to be my little asterisk all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, HR is there to help employees help the business. Like, it sucks and I hate it, but that's the way it goes. Like,
oh, thanks, Jacob.
But
thanks
yeah, we are here to help you should you need anything, like, especially if it comes to harassment or if it comes to policy or violations or anything like that. Please come to us. We will help you with that. But if it comes to BS crap, like, we're all family here, that's baloney. And it comes from your upper leadership usually.
Thanks for the 20 DKKs, dude. Appreciate that. In my country, I get paid $5 an hour for Java dev. I've been working 6 months. Should I ask for a full-time job? In my country, $5 an hour.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, at least double that. How competitive and valuable do you think associate's degrees are? Associate's degrees don't matter. The degree doesn't mean that you can do the job. The degree just means that you can do college.
Get a degree.
Yeah. So, like, you need projects, bro. Like, you're going to get a code test, right? So it doesn't matter what degree you have. It doesn't matter what portfolio you have. you're going to get a code test at any like respectable job. You're going to get a code test, and what matters is if you can complete that. Like the portfolio helps you get to the interview more than your degree does. 99.9% of the time. Okay, go ahead.
I got 2 answers for you. What's the biggest job gap you've ever seen somebody recover from? People take time off to raise families all the time. If you have 18 years off to have a baby, raise a kid, and then go back into the job market, I've seen it done. It depends on how you sell yourself. Don't just say, oh, I wasn't working. I was sitting at home staring at my cats. No. You prioritized your family, you had something going on, you had something else you were pursuing. Talk about the things that you did while you were out. But I've seen it done. Don't just say, oh, I'll never work again, so I should just stay on unemployment forever or something like that. Don't do that. Yes, HR can get fired. HR can get fired by HR's HR.
Bro, Jeffrey was 75 years. You didn't have to do that. Holy crap, dude.
Thanks for the support, Jeffrey.
Whoa. Thanks, dude.
That was awesome.
Dude's got massive stacks. Holy shit. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that. We're just trying to help. Like, in probably unethical and immoral ways. But
no, I think it's ethical and moral because people...
It depends on who you ask.
Especially when you're trying to get through HR and HR sounds big and scary and you have all these other problems. Like, please ask. I want to help. Like, it's my favorite thing to talk about.
We'll do these streams if you like them.
Yeah. That's what we have in common. We do it. We go about it in different ways, I guess. But both of us just like helping people. We talk about different things, but it's the same subject, and we both just want to help you.
So Jeff emptying out the bank. Yeah, Rich or Rick. How often do you actually counteroffer people if they say they have an offer? Okay, I don't know. I've never done it. You go.
Sorry, I was reading another one that was bad. Which one?
How often do you counteroffer?
Never. Well, it depends on how, like, what level you are in the company. If you're managing a high priority team and you have a counteroffer and we you're kind of irreplaceable at the moment, then or if somebody likes you enough to fight for you to get it, then maybe. But I've never seen them match the offer. They'll come in within 5 or 10,000 of your offer, but I've never seen them match it. Also, they know you want to leave now, so keep that in mind. You're only irreplaceable for a minute. I would keep that in mind. If you want more money or a new title, get a new job. That's the way it goes. It sucks, I know.
Okay, all right. So pro tip.
He pays me in D's.
Big D's.
At least good D's.
At least 8 inches of big D.
Great D's.
More like 9, but it's okay. Anyways, someone said. Someone said about the.
I like when we troll ourselves.
Oh, dude, so silly. Someone said about counteroffers. Never take a counteroffer from the job that you're leaving. If you leave and they give you a counteroffer, it's not a counteroffer. It's just to get you to stay long enough so that they can get the information they need out of you for why they want you to stay, and then they're going to drop your ass and get someone cheaper.
That's what I mean. They know you want to leave.
Yeah, they know that you are unhappy for some reason, so never take a counteroffer. It's they know that you're unhappy. You obviously have some information that they need from you, and so they're just trying to buy you off, right? So they're going to say, oh, we're going to give you a higher salary, but you're not going to be there long enough to enjoy that higher salary, like 100%. And then you'll never be first on the totem pole for another raise ever, because they knew that you were unhappy, and the only way that you were going to get that raise is by threatening them, and they don't like that. They just need you to stay to get that proprietary information you're about to leave with. So that's bait, dude. Every time you get a counteroffer, it's bait, because they know that you're unhappy, and at some point you are out there looking for a new job, like betraying them. Okay, here you go.
Maybe less sinister.
Wesley, appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, Sarsburn. Also, I'm usually in the chat as HR lady. I was in the chat as Haley Rose, and that confused everybody apparently. So I'm in there as HR lady. Today I'm sitting right here, so I don't have it up and wasting my phone battery, but otherwise usually I'm in there.
I mean, Poll says it's not 100%. Yeah, it's not 100% of the time, but like...
No, but 95. Generally, yeah, it's all going to depend. And would you take the risk? No, I wouldn't take the risk with my livelihood. Damn. And no matter how good you think you know your boss, they care about the business over you. I guarantee you. Everybody likes to say that, and I've seen a coup so many times from people who swore up and down that they love their people and they work for the people. what matters to everybody is money, right? That's why you work. It's one thing that my dad used to tell me all the time was if it wasn't like if it was fun and you really just did it for fun, it wouldn't be a job because they wouldn't be paying you to do it. You're there to make money, or there's something else you'd rather be doing or doing it for yourself. Everybody knows that, feels that way. It doesn't matter how much you think they like you or how much you trust them. When it comes down to it, if it's their salary or yours, their bottom line or yours, their livelihood or yours, everybody will pick themselves. And if they wouldn't, then wow, they're an angel. But that's usually not the case. I wouldn't bank on it.
Damien, thanks for the 9, dude. You have to do that, or 10 actually. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you all for all the donations. You don't have to do this. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are. If you enjoy it, maybe hit thumbs up. This is like the longest time I've been streaming with the same amount of viewers. It's crazy. We're at 700 people, 720 people.
Well, it's fun.
It's crazy.
We just have fun.
Yeah, normally after the first people get notified, they just like it's a downward trend. But it's actually been like up, and we're on the up. So thanks for being here. If you enjoyed it, maybe hit thumbs up.
It's like my favorite topic to talk about.
Shout out to all my alt-tabbed homies right now. I'm on the background for you probably. If you could just alt-tab over to me and hit that thumbs up. I just let me say thank you to my alt-tab people because I know I'm alt-tabbed somewhere. That's what I did at work. But anyways, if I'm on your side monitor, maybe just alt-tab to that side monitor, hit that thumbs up. Thank you so much to all my AFKers. I appreciate you.
Twitch a lot of times for our favorite people.
Okay. Let me see.
This is our favorite thing to talk about, though, or at least it's my favorite thing. Everybody's like, do you pay HR lady? No, but I love this. This is my favorite. I could talk about HR stuff all day.
Monetarily.
I mean, in some industries, D's are monetary.
I alt-tab from Lightroom. Hey, appreciate you, man. Busted was definitely alt-tabbed. Hey, thank you to all my alt-tabbed people. Side monitor gang, thank you. Appreciate you.
What position did I play when I played water polo? I was set. Why? Because I am just very determined. And if you try to drown me, I'm not going to let you. I wasn't very great when I was trying to be goalie, but they tried to put me in there sometimes because they thought it was funny. But no, usually I played set.
Are you guys dating? Yeah, we date. How's your dad in DoorDash? He hasn't asked me for any money in like 2 weeks. He sent me a picture last night of like a RC plane, and he said, "Hey, did you forget about me?" Like that's how he talks every time. I don't know. Anyways, he's fine, I think.
Josh smiles like this. Yeah, he's my own personal fry. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, but it's so true.
Who said that?
Josh smiles like this. That is how you smile. You fry.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, I live my whole life like this gif here. Hold on.
He sends me this all the time.
Thanks for the advice. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. This is how I live my life. When everyone like tries to tell me something, let me see. Josh smiles like, yeah, that's...
Yeah, this is him.
Let me find it.
This is him.
This is my whole life. This is when when bosses would be talking to me, when coworkers would be talking to me, when people would be trying to teach me stuff.
I'm trying to bait him.
This is like my entire reaction with everything I hear in life. I'm just very skeptical, gang. This right here.
Yeah.
That's my whole like. Are you sure about that? Why can't we do this? You know?
That's true.
Why? Always asking why. Well, this is how it is, and instantly I'm like, are you sure? I'm sure. If you guys get it. When you know BS, that's the face you make. Yeah, that's how I live. I would say that describes my personality 100%.
Well, if you fry, then I'm definitely legal.
How old are you? I'm 29.
Yeah, you play that 29 card for a minute.
Side monitor squad. Hey, thanks. 20 Abrils. Your core looking weak. Oh,
yes! God. Thank you.
All right.
20 Abrils. You know we went to the gym this morning,
I appreciate
too, right?
you.
So this is just extra.
God. All right, we're going to do it.
Where's core your Abrils? You haven't done the Abrils in a minute. You just do your push-ups.
Yeah, let me go.
Look, you can do it without go. Hey, buddy.
He's going to wonder what I'm doing. All right, take over. I got to go get it.
Okay. Where?
It's in my bag.
Oh, that's right.
I
We
took
had
it
to
to the
bring
gym
that
because I
one.
don't have one.
Yeah, bummer. We got everything else. We have machines I've never even seen before, but there's no Advil in this place.
Dogs! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bump you.
Too many
buddy.
dogs. Aww.
Alright, take over. Keep
Okay.
going. I'll go get
So
it.
many dogs. Thanks, Kinematics, though, for your donation. Have I ever been forced to write positive Glassdoor reviews? No, but I did have to spend a day reading the ones that we had once and then putting those together for engagement. It was really funny, especially because at the time, like, I worked for a job that was really cringe and we all knew it and it was hilarious. Like, Friday beer, like, drinking party kind of cringe. It was bad. Like, I know some of y'all might like that, but honestly, no. Gotta get the beauty by bod. Ask HR chick for a date. Y'all, we date. That's my boyfriend. Where you been? How long has this been?
2 hours. Alright, I guess we'll do 20.
Okay.
With the dog. Carry on. Every time I say that, I think about
Do you
the
own
song.
dogs? Yes.
Oh, she got a dog of her own.
This is mine. She a little old lady. She a wiener.
I can't do them on my toes. You'll have to forgive me, but whatever.
This is... She's 9 years old. She's great. She's sweet. Sometimes she barks whips from under a blanket. Have I ever had to place adult workers or just office staff? What is an adult worker, dude? Okay, cool. I'm glad. How do companies view military experience in interviews? I mean, I know some people like to think that it matters. A lot of the places I've worked, like, emphasizes hiring vets. So I think that's cool. Also, I'm a military family person. My parents were in the Air Force, and one on the other side was in the Navy. So, and I have brothers and cousins and stuff that are in the service right now too. So I always try to prioritize that, or at least thank them for my service or for their service when I'm doing interviews or something like that for them. But otherwise, I don't think it's going to hinder you at all. In fact, I think it shows that you are dedicated and able to learn and follow rules, which is stuff that they like to look for. So, yeah, Josh, let's count, I'm sure. Where are we at?
I don't know. I'm at like. Is the stream counting? I think
No.
I'm at like 17.
But we can watch you do
16.
this all day.
What am I? I don't know what I'm at.
Let's see. What's the smoothest way someone's negotiated? I don't know if that's a smooth thing or not. The worst thing was when they had their mom call.
What's the numbers?
2. Someone said 2. You're at 2. No, 11. 14, you're wrong. 11. No, you have 14.
Okay.
Probably. No, call it in the middle and say 13.
Oh my god.
Let's see. No. Too fat. Everybody's saying 0 now.
Shut up, stream.
At least 4.
At least 4. I
Negative.
counted 8.
They said negative 15.
Yeah. What is that?
No.
That's 14.
Yeah, you at 19 now.
Alright, there's 20.
Let's see.
There's
Josh
21.
can answer your sponsor visa question for non-US citizens when he done. He'll know.
You need a bachelor's degree. Minimum bachelor's degree.
Someone says I have a Lebanese origins. No, I don't. I have one Hispanic grandma. Otherwise, I'm just tan, you guys. Like, that's it. I'm just, unfortunately, the whitest girl you know, probably.
42.
Am I allowed to say that?
Agree.
Agree. It's true. Unless we're making enchiladas, then I play that card. Go slow, Josh. Feel the burn.
Yeah, dude, I feel the burn.
Do you feel it?
I feel the burn.
Let's see. Tell him the stream died and he needs to do it over.
Oh god.
That doesn't count, Josh. Not a full extension.
Yeah, it does.
Let's see. most unusual thing we saw in a background check? I mean, nothing's unusual anymore. Hey, Nick, thanks for your donation, supporting the stream.
All right.
Yeah, we might do that.
Did I miss something?
You want to review a job posting?
No,
he says it's the best we've ever seen.
Email it. We'll make a vid after this.
That
for
sounds
garbage
good.
jobs. So if you got a garbage job you want me to look at, yeah, just email it. We'll make a vid after this.
Oh, so you are asking about adult workers. I don't know. They might have HR, but I think they might be called madams. Like, I don't know. I do know that, like, the pot industry has HR, but I don't know about sex work. If that's the kind of adult.
Okay, enough about that topic.
Listen, I just wanted to answer.
Listen, let's
be
not
honest.
demonetize the stream.
What? Oh, am I? Sorry.
Yeah, let's not do that. It's stupid.
I don't know how the internet works.
YouTube's got rules.
Yeah, we do both go to the gym together. It's where we met. Duh.
You guys look tired. I mean, it's like...
We went to the gym.
You gotta be in it.
We go so early.
Josh, you hold dog like a baby. I mean, they're my children, man.
Do you hear Daisy being gremlin?
Yeah.
Hey, gremlin.
Favorite video games? I don't know. We'll play like Mario Kart and stuff.
Yeah.
You ever laugh at people's CDs behind the scenes?
All the time.
Oh,
wait.
I don't.
On the stream or like?
No, you.
Oh, at work? All the time. Here we want to help you. You'll see us if we laugh. But...
How much more can you get with a master's over? Let me get in here real quick.
Depends on what it's on.
Let me see. But master's, it depends on your job, like your company. In education, master's degrees automatically get you more money. A PhD automatically gets you more money. But in engineering, just because you have a master's in mechanical engineering doesn't mean you're going to get paid more. Like, because it's about, can you do the job?
CSS official, it's not HR that's not going to let you into the job. It's literally just being your age. It's usually the state defines your limits around your age and how much and when you can work and how often and things like that. And they just don't fall into salaried corporate type jobs. If you want to use your knowledge and skills, maybe build something yourself or do some freelance work, unfortunately, you're probably not going to start working at an actual like corporate job, unfortunately. Build your skills. There's plenty of time. Do it later.
You get paid more as a master junior. Yeah, exactly.
Master junior.
Do your Mickey Mouse. Ho ho!
Oh my god.
Ho ho! That's how you.
Listen.
It's so bad. Okay, I think we're good. We've been here for 2 hours. I think. Thanks for being here. We're good. Let's go film a video. Let's go outside before it's like.
Now that it's actually warm for a minute. You guys, it snowed last night.
Bro, I just got the new motorcycle fixed. So like we're gonna go ride the motorcycle.
It was 52 degrees when you got it fixed and drove it home yesterday.
Bro, it was fine.
Oh my god.
The motorcycle looking. Oof, we gotta go ride the motorcycle.
Meanwhile, in California, it's over 100 degrees.
That's about agile. It's kind of a meme, honestly. People just say it to look good. They don't actually follow it.
JP doesn't make a difference if resume design is pretty. Honestly, pretty to you is not going to mean the same thing to us. If it's easy to read and nice and you're a designer and so maybe it has a little something in it, great. If it's all over the place and really bright or really extra, no, don't do it. Make it very easy to read. That's all that matters. Thanks for supporting the channel.
Thanks for the 5, dude. Yeah. Twitch streams offline, yeah.
If you guys had fun in this stream with us today, go ahead and hit
Vincent gets it. Well, when's the next stream? Next stream will be, what's today? Next stream will be Monday. So it's like every other day. One video, one live stream, one video, one live stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys. My music ran out at some point. I don't know when, but like I could put it back. Let's go back. Motorcycle, also known as a scooter, bro.
No.
Don't make fun of the speed triple.
You gotta throw it in there. Oh no, the light.
You're gonna ever work corporate? I did my time at corporate, bro. I did it. I put my time in. I'm good. No more time needed. Okay. Well, thanks for being here. Maybe leave a like before you head out. I appreciate you guys. And we'll be back Monday for another live. Probably garbage jobs tomorrow. 6 months between job hops. Well, I'll see you guys later. All right. All right, bye. Hold on. Somebody said Mickey Mouse moans. JP, this is for you. There you go. Sorry. Rip your ears. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody. See you later.